Hello there, and how do you do? I hope you're mighty fine, and that perhaps you've got a bit of time on your hands for another Speedy story, because I do. Window of Opportunity. And the book that I have today, it is called Amazing Mr. Zooty. And it's by somebody called Emma Chichester Clark. Yeah, and I picked this book. I don't know what it's about, but I just liked the picture of that cat. He looks very cool. And I'm assuming he's called Mr. Zooty. So, shall we get started? I think we should. Come on. Let's find out why Mr. Zooty is so amazing. Here we go. Mr. Zooty was out and about on the lookout. He looked out for people to help out. Get out, help out was his motto, and he liked it. He was watching Lucy and Sam Taylor, who were trying to catch leaves for luck. They had been trying for ages. There they are. It's difficult to catch leaves when they're falling down. How many have we got? Asked Sam. Only 3, said Lucy, but 3 is better than nothing. Mr. Zooty watched them giving the leaves to their mother. Well done, she said. We could do with some luck. I thought so, said Mr. Zooty. He looked in his little red case. Aha, he said. Now let's see. What's he going to do? Mr. Zooty hobbled towards the tailors. Spare a penny for a poor old cat. They looked at him sadly. I wish we could, said Mrs. Taylor, but we have nothing. Wait, cried Lucy. Have these lucky leaves. You look like you need them even more than we do. Mr. Zooty put them in his little red case and said thank you. But as he was going away, he suddenly swooned and fainted. Oh, the poor thing, said Mrs. Taylor. We must help him. Wow. So he's pretended to be an old poor cat, and is he playing a trick on them? Maybe. Let's find out. What are we going to do with him? Asked Lucy. We'll help him get back on his feet, said Mrs. Taylor. Why? Asked Sam. Because everybody needs a little help sometimes, said Mrs. Taylor. And look at that. They've got him all tucked up in the pram, keeping him dry from the rain coming down. They're taking him home. Oh, Mrs. Taylor pulled Mr. Zooty up the stairs to their little flat. When they got to the top, suddenly Mr. Zooty leapt out of the chair and threw off his tattered coat. That's enough, he said. Now it's my turn to help you. Why, he looked in his little red case. Aha, he said. He held up the lucky leaves. Everyone close your eyes and each make one wish. I wonder what they'll wish for. Pancakes, cried Sam. That was my wish. And maple syrup, said Mr. Zooty. That was my idea. And look at the size of that pancake. He's flicking that very well, isn't he? Up in the air. Look, there's the maple syrup ready to go. Sam's going to be very happy. Now for the second wish, said Mr. Zooty. He looked in his little red case. Aha, he said. Out came a ruby red purse. He gave it to Mrs. Taylor. This is for you, he said. It means no more worrying. Oh, so maybe that purse has got some money in it. So they were very poor and they had lots of worries. That will help them. And, said Mr. Zooty, I don't think he was finished. A lovely new hat. That was my idea. Wow, so he's given them what they wished for and then a little something on top. Now it's Lucy's wish, said Mr. Zooty. Can you all choose one favourite thing? Ready? Asked Mr. Zooty. Ready, said the tailors. Did you wish for a balloon? Asked Mrs. Taylor. Because look, there's a balloon out there. No, said Lucy. Oh, so they've got their favourite things. She's got a plant, a teddy, and a rabbit. Oh, what's going on with this balloon? We're going to find my wish, aren't we, Mr. Zooty? Yes, said Mr. Zooty. He looked in his little red case. Aha, said Mr. Zooty. Out came a compass, which Mr. Zooty examined. 25 degrees west, 2 degrees north. Soon be time for breakfast. Are we there yet? Asked Sam. Nearly, said Mr. Zooty. He looked in his little red case. Aha, he said. Muffins and jam. Did you wish for a picnic? Asked Mrs. Taylor. No, said Lucy. Are we nearly there, Mr. Zooty? This way, said Mr. Zooty. Follow me. Did you wish for a boat? Asked Mrs. Taylor. No, said Lucy. I wished for... Shh! Don't tell, said Mr. Zooty. Wow, he's really leading them up the garden path, isn't he? Where are they going to go? Mr. Zooty tied up the boat. Then he looked in his little red case. Aha, said Lucy before Mr. Zooty. Mr. Zooty held up a golden key. It opened a gate at the end of the path. Here we are, said Mr. Zooty. Lucy's wish. A kitten, cried Lucy. And a garden, said Mr. Zooty. And a house, whispered Mrs. Taylor. I kept having ideas, said Mr. Zooty. But if you don't want it, how can we ever thank you? Asked Mrs. Taylor. Wow, look at that beautiful garden. She's got a kitten, a lovely house, some juice on the table, happy days. You don't need to thank me, said Mr. Zooty. Everybody needs a little help sometimes. He got back into his boat and waved goodbye as he sailed away down the river. And there he goes with his little red case. And that is the tale of the amazing Mr. Zooty. What a guy! He saw them in the park. He asked for help and they gave him some help. I think he was testing them. And then he gave them lots of lovely surprises. My goodness me. If I ever meet Mr. Zooty, I'll certainly be helping him out. And it's a good lesson, isn't it? We can all help each other out. Then everyone's happy. But it's time for me to get out of here because I need to be elsewhere. So I hope you have a lovely rest of the day, whatever time of day it is. And I really hope I'll see you soon. Alright, bye-bye.